So there I was, a student had me in a front headlock, and it was my very first day as a volunteer youth leader. It's Monday, we're back to normal life. The kids are all in school, I'm at the church working. Well, that was really cool. Just spent the last 45 minutes texting with 17 different high school students who are interested in getting baptized in a couple weeks. Woo! Cruising the neighborhood on my scooter, everybody. These kids are just eating lemons straight up. Doing a race. True story, guys. I had just graduated high school. I was 18, about to turn 19 years old, and I stepped into a church youth ministry in Durango, Colorado, just to volunteer. I believe that God had called me to youth ministry and wanted to jump in and start serving at a church. And so it was my very first day, and I'm just hanging out with students and meeting students. And this one kid found out that I wrestled. I had literally just come off of placing in state as a high school wrestler a few months before this, and so I still kind of had the freshness in me, the instinct in me from high school wrestling for years. And so this kid was like, hey, if I put you in a headlock, there's no way you could get out. And I was like, bro, I could get out. No matter what position you put me in, I will be able to get out of it within 10 seconds, I guarantee it. So he's like, all right, let me try. So he literally puts me in front headlock, which means we're facing each other. He's got it locked in. Okay, are you ready? He said, I'm ready. Are you sure? Are you ready? Are you ready? And he's totally ready. And so the situation was funny because given my wrestling instinct, I knew exactly what to do to it was easy to get out of this move that he had me in. And so I do this thing called a spin through, where I spin around to just like essentially to get away from him and get out. Well, because the dude wasn't a wrestler and he had his weight leaned forward in a certain way, what happens, ready, go, I hit the spin through move, his face goes bam, straight to the floor. Boom. Well, there's happened to be this metal strip in the floor, like on the carpet. His face hits the metal strip. He comes up. Oh, blood is flowing from his nose. He's like, oh, dude, I think you broke my nose. I was literally like, oh no, I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm thinking in my head, shoot, I'm about to get fired. It's my very first day. I'm not even officially in as a youth leader. And now I think I broke this kid's nose. Blood is flowing everywhere. He goes to the bathroom and he's like, oh, it's just like big. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, dude. Oh. People are laughing. Kids are freaking out. I go and tell the youth pastor, hey man, look, I'm really sorry. Here's what happened and da-da-da-da-da. And so we fix it all up. I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to smack your face into the ground. But anyways, turns out a week later he comes back. Turns out his nose was actually broken. And so I'm talking to the youth pastor like, dude, I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Please don't fire me as a youth leader. Funny stories. He's like, hey, Adam, listen, I'm actually glad that you did that. And I'm like, wait, what? You're glad that I just broke a kid's nose in your youth ministry? What kind of youth pastor are you? He said, that kid won't listen to anybody, but now maybe he'll listen to you. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know this is like one of those, like the bad kids in the youth group, one of the troublemakers in the youth group, and I just broke his nose. But I thought I was going to get fired on that day, on my very first day. If that guy had to given me grace, maybe I never would have continued in youth ministry, but he gave me grace, he gave me a second chance, and as a result, fast forward 20 years later, I'm still doing youth ministry. So youth pastors, youth leaders, when you mess up, when you do something dumb, when you accidentally hurt a kid, apologize, say you're sorry, and keep moving forward. That's the way we learn. I've done a lot of dumb things over the last 20 years as a youth pastor. All of them I've hopefully learned from, and they make me a better youth pastor and youth leader today. So when you fail, when you mess up, keep going. Just be all in with students, love students, hang with students, and if you mess up, ask for forgiveness and keep moving forward. God wants to use you. Don't quit even when you do something dumb. Youth pastors, give young youth leaders grace. I needed grace in that moment. I needed encouragement. I needed a little bit of coaching and directing of what was appropriate to do with students or whatever. But youth pastors, give that grace and give that encouragement to your young youth leaders. You never know where they're going to end up. They may be the next youth pastor of the next generation, of the next generation, of the next generation. So those young leaders, they're dumb and they do stupid things, but they need you to coach them, encourage them, direct them, and mostly give them grace. Thanks for tuning in. This has been another episode in a year in the life of a 40-year-old youth pastor. Share it if you want to. I will see you tomorrow.